Even though for my people, we had to have to I'm never able to go there because of that.
It doesn't matter. You can clear the elderly to be in the younger. Yeah, it doesn't. It's not. Yeah. No. The only thing that would, not make you eligible to get certain, grants is from the state. Like federal programs, right? That's for underprivileged students are at a minimum income. But scholarships, grants. No, I'm not going to forget. No? I remember. If you do get a certificate, right? Matter of fact, do you know who made it? Come with me. That one right there. You press forward? Yeah.
Hello? Testing 1, 2. Woo! Hear me? Good afternoon. How y'all doing today? Good? Y'all don't sound too good. That sounds very dry. No, loud enough. I want to welcome y'all to the 2017-2018 Phi Theta Kappa Induction Ceremony. Give yourself a hand. The purpose of Phi Theta Kappa shall be to recognize and to encourage scholarships among the two-year college students. To achieve this purpose, Phi Theta Kappa shall provide opportunities for the development of leadership and service, to develop an intellectual climate for the exchange of cohesive ideas and individual and community ideals, for lively fellowship for scholars, and for the stimulation of interest in continuing academic excellence. And now coming up to the podium is Ms. Nicole.
To recognize scholastic achievement by their students and to establish a common purpose and standard for honors organizations of their different campuses. The founders chose to model their own society after the Senior Honor Society, Phi Beta Kappa. The name Phi Beta Kappa was taken from the initial letters of the three Greek words meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity.
So, good evening. My name is Michael Canis, and I'm the Chief Officer of the Alpha Kappa Tau chapter of Phi Theta Kappa International's Honor Society. We'd like to extend a very special welcome to the administration of Hostos Community College. Our president, Dr. David Gomez, I'm gonna warm up later. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Christine Mangino. And Vice President for Student Development and Enrollment Management, Mr. Nate Cruz. So let me introduce you the President of Hostos Community College, Dr. David Gomez. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the event today. He's in here with us with spirit, I guess. That's fine. Now to introduce you, Ms. Ola. Sorry, I mean Robin.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Wow, we all look fantastic. Okay, so I'm here to introduce to you guys the Provost of Hostos Community College, Dr. Christine Mangino.
My name is Ola Omar, and I'm the treasurer of the Phi Theta Kappa. And now I would like to introduce Vice President for Student Development of Hostos Community College, Daniel Cruz.
I'd like to introduce the President of the Student Government Association, Mr. Pierre Nadella.
Oh, this is nice. I'm the only one here, so I must start. We have to represent students. Oh, how everyone's doing? Alright, nice. Alright, I'm glad and honored to be here today, and welcome to our guest. First of all, I would like to acknowledge and thank this event committee and thank Jason Lidfeld, Jerry Rosa. Thank you so much for thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk not only for myself, but on the behalf of the whole student body of Hostos Community College. I would like to thank the faculty people they are not here and staff for offering us this kind of opportunity. As the SGA president and PTK Kappa student, you can say, since 2016, I congratulate all of you for being part of the PTK Kappa Honors Society. You should be proud of yourself. You are here because you have 3.7 and above GPA, and that is something should be proud of. You have worked hard to get that GPA. And being a PTK will lead you to many opportunities such as scholarship and many schools. Recently applied for this scholarship Jack and Cook, $40,000, and I was selected as finalist by them. And that scholarship, like what I noticed was they ask you if you are part of this honor society. So if you are part of it, you have kind of bonus to get the scholarship. And one of the most common question they ask you when you apply for scholarship, are you a member of the PTK? I hope the answer will be yes, as you're getting inducted today. As I'm graduating on May 31st, I would like to take this moment and thank you all for being part of this journey, and we are always here to serve and address your needs. I don't know if our future president of the student government is here, Denise Herrera. Oh, she's not here. I would like to introduce. Oh, she's here. Congratulations, Denise, and we hope that you're gonna take this legacy forward and help your student body. Thank you. Thank you all, and God bless you. I'm a Hostos. We are Hostos. Thank you.
I'm a Phi Theta Kappa member since 2011, and I am honored to be able to introduce Fatima Hernandez. She graduated from Hostos Community College in 2016. She's now at Baruch. She was the Phi Theta Kappa, the first ever treasurer of the Phi Theta Kappa Club here at Hostos, and now she's majoring in accounting with a minor in data analytics. So that sounds very smart. I'm sure she also will tell us all about herself. So welcome.
Thank you very much for that introduction. I'm very honored and pleased of being here today because all of you remind me of my experience here and all the activities that I did and how I try to look my best. And you all look your best today. So I'm very pleased of seeing that. As she mentioned, I graduated in 2016. And I was part of I'm member of the TPK, and also I was one of the first treasurer, and it wasn't easy because first of all, by the time we did the induction ceremony, I was in finals. And as always, I'm a full-time student, I have 2 jobs, and you might ask yourself, how did I do it? Well, to begin with, I learned from the best. From my peers in the Leadership Academy program, from Jason Lefield, who
is the leadership coordinator. And there in the leadership program, I did over 80 hours of community service per semester. And you might think, oh my God, that's a lot. But to be honest, my friends in the leadership academy, they did over 140 hours of community service per semester. So they were my inspiration to give back to the community in every possible way. So, as she mentioned, I'm at Baruch. I could graduate now, but I want to finish my minor in data analytics. Because as you may know, data is the future. Computer information system is the future. So I'm looking into combining those two majors, accounting and data. Actually, my current GPA is 3.6. And I'm proud of that because I almost... It's not easy when you are here, people say, okay, it's a community college, but let me tell you, Baruch, being here at Hostos and being part of the PTK and being part of the leadership really helped me be prepared for a senior college. So I really hope that all of you go and attend, that all of you already registered for a 4-year college or continue your future in the best way possible. So right now, as always, full-time student, 2 internships. I still do community service. So my current internships are in an accounting firm. I'm an accounting intern, and my other internship is at CUNY Central Office. What do I do there? Well, mainly I represent you in many meetings, events with CUNY executives, the board of trustees, in meetings with our partners, which are Bloomberg, the MoMA, Jazz Lincoln Center, and I'm practically your voice. And you might ask yourself, how did I get there? Well, I always read all my emails, do that, and Jason sent us an email. He sent a lot of emails, so I read all of them, and then I'm like, oh, look, an event at Bloomberg. Wow, I want to go. You have to fill out an application, send your resume, and I say, hey, Jason, what do you think about this? Should I apply? And do you know what he said? What he always says, apply. That's what he always says. So I applied, I got accepted. I was the only student from Hostos Community College, and the CUNY Central Office brought 63 CUNY students to the event. And after that, I kept in contact with them. I say thank you. That's something that you should do. Say thank you very much for the invitation. I learned something that you learned, right? It was a great experience. If you like it, right? You have to be honest. And after that, when they had a position open, they thought about me. And now I'm going to transition from an intern to a permanent position. So, the truth is that when you put yourself out there, the tools that you need to succeed, they are here. Here you have all the programs that you need to prepare you. So take advantage of that. There are a lot of things that I can say when I came to the United States and all of that. He mentioned that he applied. When I was here, one of my friends applied to one of the scholarships, and she got nominated. She's famous now. I wish I had the magazine. She's famous. What I was going to say is that you have to apply. You have the GPA. You are part of this community. You have to put yourself out there. The first time I had to give a speech, it was in 2015, and okay, it was my turn. Before that, I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, my friend Linares, she was crying. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay, it's my turn. You know what I did? I was crying too. Oh my God, Jason, thank you for that. I hope I don't see that video again. I have some suggestions for you. I'm going to be brief. Please, when you are done with your classes, don't go home. I know you are hardworking students and have families, and you probably have 2 jobs like me, but try to be part of a larger community here at Hostos. To begin with, make connections. How can you make connections if you go home after every class, right? Attend to workshops of all times. Also study hard. Read all your emails. I already said that. Keep your GPA high. When you go to a senior college, it's going to be harder. But you can do it because you already have the tools here. Apply for as many scholarships and programs and internships that you can. Because let me tell you, I have applied for over 50 or 60 programs, internships. Most of the time I get oh, thank you for applying, but unfortunately, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes I do get something. Like this year, I got a 6,500 scholarship, which is great because that means that I don't have to pay, well, it's not 40,000 like this guy, but, you know, it's something, right? So keep yourself informed. And one more thing, don't be upset with the results you didn't get because of the work you didn't do. Let me say that again. Don't be upset with the results you didn't get by the work you didn't do. What does this mean? It means that if you don't try your best now, then you're going to look back and say, oh my God, it wasn't that difficult. I could have done it. What was I thinking? There in Facebook, there in Instagram? No. Now in finals, put up your cell phone and do your best in class. Try to participate in leadership program. Try to participate and be part of the PTK actively. Not just, okay, I have this, that's it. No, try to work with the club members. So figure out ways in which they can help you. So this is all for now. I'm sure you will hear from me soon. And I'm very, very honored of being here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now to come into the podium will be Jason Littlefield.
I forgot I was in this room. So, how are you feeling? Wow. That was pretty awesome. Can we get a picture of this? You sure? So, the provost did stop by. She was here. She didn't want to interrupt the ceremony. And Dean Gomez is in the back. She also didn't want to interrupt the ceremony. Those are the representatives from the administration. There's a lot of stuff going on today. I'm sure you noticed. There's a lot of different activities. And it's a very busy time of the year. So President Gomez sends his regards, as does VP Cruz. As I said, Provost Mangina was here and she sent her regards. So my job now is the most important job, which has taken all of this time. So all of you have received multiple emails from me, a couple of letters that have my name on it that I've never seen. And so we have developed a relationship, whether you like it or not. And that relationship will go on as long as you're here at Hostos. But my official capacity here is to serve as the person who identifies you as being eligible for this wonderful opportunity and to receive the gift that you're going to receive today and to be honored for the hard work that you've done in your classes and the work that you've done outside of your classes. You should be proud of yourselves. And it scared me when you guys had so many guests coming, but it actually looks really nice that all of your family members and friends and admirers and coaches and cheerleaders are all here. So, that being said, my job now is to say this, that we will now begin the certificate presentation. Now this is not a big deal, this part is not a big deal, but it is a big deal. And it's because of this, when you signed up and became a member of Phi Theta Kappa, in the mail you received that beautiful certificate from Phi Theta Kappa along with your PIN that acknowledges that you will be a Phi Theta Kappa member for the rest of your life. Tonight, you don't get such a fancy certificate, but you get a certificate that's signed by me and signed by Rocio, who's your advisor, and it does say Hostos Community College on it, and Alpha Kappa Tau, which is very important, that you recognize that you're part of a community here, and that you're making an impact here. So, that's part one, and I'm supposed to say, Phi Theta Kappa, advisors and officers, I am pleased to present to you these candidates, and if there's one back there somewhere, for the membership in our Honor Society. These students have fulfilled all the requirements for membership and have been selected because they have chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. I recommend them for acceptance into the Alpha Kappa Tau chapter of Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society of Community Colleges. Congratulations.
You are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship. It's an organization that embraces community colleges not only in New York State, but across the nation and across the world. This fellowship organization is Phi Theta Kappa, and your chapter is Alpha Kappa Tau. After induction, you will find amongst members an atmosphere of scholarship, and you have to give yourself in order to maintain your membership. Our scholarly fellowship is based on the development of self, which is reflected in our thoughts and our deeds. This is best expressed in the words of Buddha. The thought manifests as the word manifests as the deed develops into a habit, and habit hardens into character. So watch the thought and its ways with care, and let it spring from love. Born out of concern for all beings, in the shadow follows the body, and as we think, we become. Congratulations.
I have before me lit a torch symbolic of knowledge, which is the servant of wisdom, which dwells with prudence and leads in the way of righteousness in the minds of the path of judgment. May all inductees light their own candle of knowledge now.
I have a white rose, typifying purity and beauty of life, with its white buds signifying intellectual associations. I give the rose as a symbol as our newly formed intellectual friendship.
This is the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. Why am I getting this wrong? Alright, it consists of a golden slab keyed at the top and bottom, The golden refers to the opportunities to perform good work. It has further significance in our society as a representation of achieving intellectual leadership. Across the slab, you will observe a black band. It represents the three ideals which bind us together and the cultural self-control which is a necessary foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Shining through the black enamel background are the three Greek words meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Behind the band is a wreath on one side composed of oak leaves and on the other side laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character. The laurel signifies achievement and success, all attributes for membership in PTK.
All right. Bring it back to the podium is our advisor, Rocio Grado.
I apologize in advance for any butchering of names. If I'm very unsure, I will spell them out. Gracia Adams. You're the first one. It's my first time. We're here together learning. Stacy Almanzar. Genesis Walwyn.